The fastest way to look older, or instantly younger, is right there on your lips. If you're over 60, this is the one makeup detail that can either pull your entire look together or completely drag it down. Today, we're going straight into the lipstick shades that do the heavy lifting, colors that brighten the face, soften harsh lines, and make you look effortlessly polished without screaming for attention. And trust me, the final shade I'll reveal is one that breaks every age rule in the book. But when used right, it does what no anti-aging cream can. You do not want to miss it. Let's get right into the colors that make women over 60 look instantly put together. First up, Dusty Rose. This is not your daughter's bubblegum pink, and it's certainly not a nude that washes you out. Dusty Rose has that soft balance of mauve and warmth that adds shape, subtle color, and sophistication in one swipe. It's a lipstick shade that says, I'm confident, I'm grown, and I know what works for me. It lifts the lips visually without being loud. Pair it with soft blush tones and gold accessories, and you'll notice how your face immediately looks alive. If you've never found a pink that flatters you, Dusty Rose might be the one you've been overlooking all along. Now let's talk about coral. Yes, coral. I know what you're thinking. Too bright, too young, too much. But the right coral, especially one with warm undertones and a satin finish, is like a secret weapon. It brightens sallow skin, makes your teeth look whiter, and adds that subtle flush of youth. Just avoid anything too neon or matte. Those will accentuate dryness and draw attention to lines. Look for corals with a hint of peach or rose in the base. This isn't about being bold. It's about being alive. And here's something you really need to hear. If you're still stuck on dull browns or cool tone nudes because you think they're safe, they're actually making you look tired and withdrawn. And that's not fair to you, especially when something as simple as a lipstick tweak could change your whole appearance. Third on the list is a creamy berry tone. Not dark plum, not black cherry. Think rich raspberry or soft cranberry. These shades are game changers for women with silver, salt and pepper, or even deep brunette hair. Berry tones bring natural warmth and elegance to the lips, and when used with a defined lip liner, they make your smile the focal point of your face, in the best way. And now, I need to pause for just 1 second to speak directly to the woman who's still watching but hasn't subscribed. You know this content is helping you. You know you're learning something no one else is telling you. So if you're the kind of woman who watches all the way through, gets the transformation, but walks away without subscribing, ask yourself, why? Why keep losing time scrolling through content when this channel gives you exactly what you need to glow up with grace? Hit that subscribe button now before you forget. If not, I'll be waiting for your comment below, telling me why you didn't. Because if you're still watching by now, it means this is exactly where you're meant to be. Moving on, we have soft cinnamon. Cinnamon shades, those warm browns with just a touch of spice, are seriously underrated. Unlike flat nudes or beige tones that can drain your skin, cinnamon brings depth without harshness. It flatters deeper skin tones, adds warmth to fair skin, and makes a beautiful everyday option that doesn't scream lipstick, but still completes your look. It pairs beautifully with warm neutrals, bronze eyeshadow, and even olive-toned outfits. This is the kind of color that looks elegant in a cafe or at a dinner table, in photos or under harsh lighting. It doesn't just work, it performs. But if you're still applying the same lipstick shade from 20 years ago because you think it's your color, you might be clinging to a version of yourself that no longer fits who you are now. And that's okay, because today, you're upgrading. You're stepping into the version of you that understands that elegance evolves, and your lipstick should too. Up next is Muted Plum. This is the grown-up version of those dramatic purples you used to love in your 30s and 40s. Now, instead of flat mattes or bold glosses, you want a soft plum with a satin or sheer finish. Why? Because it adds just enough depth to make a statement without overwhelming your face. It also works beautifully with silver jewelry, navy blue outfits, and even minimal makeup days where your lips do the talking. Women with cool undertones, take note. This might be your ultimate go-to. The trick here is to avoid plums that lean too gray or too dark. Those can make your complexion look cold. Go for balance, something that looks like a berry-infused wine rather than an opaque eggplant. When applied with a moisturizing balm underneath, It gives that effortless polish without the weight. Now here's where things start to get even more interesting, because the next shade isn't what most women over 60 would ever consider, and yet, it might be the missing piece to your entire look. But before we get there, let's talk about one of the most effortlessly flattering colors on mature skin: rosewood. Not quite pink, not quite brown, rosewood sits beautifully in the middle and complements nearly every skin tone. It adds warmth and subtle sophistication while keeping the lips defined and soft. Rosewood works whether you're wearing black, beige, jewel tones, or even pastels. It's adaptable, refined, and it brings out the natural color of your lips without washing you out. There's something about this shade that quietly says, "I know who I am." That's real confidence, and that's what lipstick should reflect. But here's the reality. Most women never make it to this level of polish because they get stuck in a color rut. They cling to outdated reds, tired browns, or invisible nudes, thinking those are age-appropriate. Let me be very clear. There is no such thing as an age-appropriate lipstick, only lipsticks that enhance or diminish your natural glow. And rosewood? It enhances. Let's take a sharp turn and address a common mistake: skipping lipstick altogether. If you've ever said, "I just wear lip balm now," thinking it looks natural and low maintenance, I want to challenge that mindset. Because in reality, skipping lipstick entirely can make your face look unfinished, even lazy, and you are not lazy. You care about your appearance, you care about feeling good, being seen, and showing up for yourself with pride. A polished woman doesn't need layers of makeup, but she does need to know where the power lies. And for women over 60, that power lives on the lips. It's the one place where adding just a little color gives a big return. A well-chosen lipstick shade can lift your features, define your mouth, make your teeth appear brighter, and breathe life back into your skin, all in seconds. And if you're still watching this, learning from this, maybe even nodding your head in agreement, then it's time to stop being a silent observer. You've been searching for advice that speaks directly to your stage of life, and here it is. So what are you waiting for? Hit subscribe. Because honestly, if this channel disappears tomorrow, will you know where to find this kind of advice again? Will your algorithm keep bringing it to you? Or will you be back to watching generic 20-something beauty tips that don't understand your face, your needs, or your elegance? Don't take that risk. Subscribe right now before the platform buries the content that actually serves you. And if you don't, go ahead and tell me in the comments why. I'll be reading, and I'll bet your reason won't be good enough. Now let's move on to an unexpected hero: soft terracotta. This shade doesn't get enough love, but it should, especially for women over 60. Terracotta brings warmth, earthiness, and depth without going too orange or brown. It's ideal for fall and winter, but can look amazing year-round with the right outfit. It pairs beautifully with gold jewelry, olive green, rust tones, and even denim. What makes terracotta special is how it mimics the natural shadows in your face, creating contrast without harsh lines. It adds definition and maturity without making your features look hard. This is the shade you wear when you want to look grown, grounded, and effortlessly in control. But here's the key: you must choose the right formula. For mature lips, you want hydrating formulas with a soft finish, creamy, satin, or even sheer, depending on how much pigment you want. Stay far away from drying mattes or glittery glosses. Those only magnify fine lines and texture. And we're not doing all this work to make things worse. The goal is polish, elegance, softness. Your lipstick should glide, not crack. It should nourish, not fight your lips. And this is the part where I need to gently shake your shoulders. Because if you've spent the last 2 decades buying lipstick as an afterthought, grabbing whatever's on sale, whatever your friend wears, or whatever the sales lady at the counter says, you've been doing yourself a disservice. You deserve more intentional beauty. You deserve to walk into a room and feel quietly powerful, not just hoping no one notices your lipstick, but knowing they'll notice how radiant you look and not even realize why. That's the kind of impact we're after. We've now covered 6 lipstick shades that truly work for women over 60, and we're down to the final one. The one that breaks the rules. The one you've probably never dared to wear because someone, somewhere, told you it was too bold for your age. But the truth? This last shade is pure magic when worn right. It's dramatic, yes. It turns heads, absolutely. But it also makes you look alive, energized, and incredibly put together when everything else is subtle and classic. It's a risk, but it pays off. And in just a moment, you'll find out exactly what it is, how to wear it, and why it's the shade almost no one over 60 thinks they can pull off, until they do. And here it is, the lipstick shade almost no woman over 60 thinks to wear, yet it has the most shocking payoff when done right. Classic, confident red. Yes, red. But not the dry, flat brick reds of the past. Not the loud, orange-based tones that clash with mature skin. We're talking about a cool-toned, blue-based red with a creamy satin finish. It's timeless, it's powerful, and when paired with minimal eye makeup and clean, glowing skin, it becomes the ultimate statement of elegance. The kind that doesn't beg for attention, it simply commands it. And yes, red on mature lips can be risky, but only when the wrong formula or undertone is used. The right red will make your skin look brighter, your eyes sharper, your smile instantly whiter, and your confidence through the roof. It's bold, yes, but in a way that says, I know who I am and I'm not fading quietly into the background. The truth is, women over 60 are constantly being told to tone it down, as if age comes with an expiration date for color, confidence, or beauty. But red lipstick proves that you're still vibrant, still visible, and still worth being seen. It's not about drawing attention, it's about claiming your presence. You don't wear red because you want to impress others. You wear it because you've earned it. You've lived through trends, seasons, and chapters. And now, you get to wear whatever makes you feel powerful. Red, when chosen correctly, will do exactly that. If you've never tried one, start with a sheer red balm or a creamy stain that gives you control. Apply it slowly. Pair it with clean skin, lifted blush, and light mascara. Suddenly, your whole face lights up. And if you're still watching this and haven't subscribed by now, I have to ask, what more do you need? You've just received tailored, age-specific advice you won't get from most beauty channels. This isn't about selling you products. It's about giving you back the confidence to walk into a room knowing you look stunning without trying too hard. If that's not worth a tiny click on the subscribe button, then maybe this channel isn't for you. Or maybe you're just afraid to commit to yourself. Either way, go ahead. Hit subscribe right now, or drop into the comments and tell us why you won't. I'm listening. But know this. The women who do subscribe, they're the ones transforming in silence and walking out looking more polished than ever. Here's the bottom line. Lipstick is not just color, it's character. Every shade you choose tells the world a little bit about how you see yourself. Soft pinks say grace, warm corals say energy, rich berries whisper elegance. Terracotta gives grounded power. And red? Red says, I'm here, I'm living, I'm still unforgettable. You're not too old for color, you're not too mature for beauty, you're not invisible. But if you keep wearing lifeless lipstick, if you keep defaulting to safe and dull tones, you're sending a message to the world that you've given up. And I know you haven't. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't still be watching. This isn't just about makeup. It's about reclaiming polish, presence, and personal power. Because the truth is, when you hit a certain age, the world stops handing those things to you automatically. You have to claim them. And lipstick? It's one of the easiest, cheapest, and fastest ways to do exactly that. You swipe it on, and suddenly you remember who you are. You see yourself again. Not just the lines or the tiredness, but the vibrance, the spirit. The woman who's lived through so much and still walks tall. So here's what you do next. Take a look at your makeup bag tonight. Pull out those tired old shades you've been using for years. Try on the dusty rose. Try the coral. See how that berry makes your face light up. Play with that soft terracotta, or dare to wear the rosewood that makes you feel seen. And when you're ready, when you're really ready, swipe on that red. Even just once, even if it's only at home. Then look in the mirror and ask yourself if it's really about lipstick, or if it's about permission. Permission to look stunning, to look visible, to look polished. Because elegance isn't loud. It isn't trendy. It isn't young. It's timeless. And right now, it's waiting for you in a shade that's been there all along. You don't need a new face. You don't need a plastic surgeon. You just need the right lipstick and the confidence to wear it. So if this helped you, even a little, hit that like button, share it with a friend, and remember, beauty doesn't retire, and neither should you.